So, Karoo yard gravel. This came out of our backyard. And look at this little guy now. Look at this thing. Little squares. Right? You see the little squares there. And these hoppers. Okay? And actually, people call this stuff basalt. That's what it is. It's basalt. It's a volcanic rock with little holes in it. And we've been told that they're gas pockets, right? Except they're not. It's AUPT, actually, and not, in fact, quartz and feldspar and that kind of stuff melted. It is melted, but when it comes back together, the gold and platinum join together first. They are the first things that join together in the melt as it solidifies. And they are attracted to each other by the north-south orientation of platinum and gold. Okay? The magnetic field they create causes them to want to stay together. And as they begin to, first thing that happens is platinum comes out of the melt in cubes. And then gold starts coming out because it's cooling rapidly. And it binds with the platinum in covalent bonds instead of metallic bonds, because it's the different metals, right? They're different types of metal. And other metals like iron bind with things like oxides or sulfides, and then they have covalent bonds. That's how metals bond with other kinds of metals. They have metallic bonds with their own kinds of metals. So when we have iron, for instance, we don't mix it with aluminum, right? Because it doesn't work. They're different. They're different types of metal. Okay, so gold and platinum are very, very similar to each other. They're both cubic. They're both diamagnetic. That means that if they're put in an applied magnetic field, creates an opposing force in them. So if I try to move a magnet closer to it, it resists that movement. It resists that movement. It doesn't draw it closer. It just resists the movement. Okay, so all of a sudden, when I put platinum and gold together, they're both diamagnetic, okay, and they both repel other gold or platinum, and when they're together, they repel other AUPT molecules, but they also draw them together because of the same magnetic field. And so what you get is a sort of pattern that's caused by that north-south orientation and the positive and negative orientation. And we get a complete three-dimensional checkerboard pattern that repeats itself throughout the entire structure of AUPT. And they're all lined up in perfect little rows and columns. And if I know where three of them are, X, Y, and Z, then I can address all of them individually and manipulate those molecules because they're magnetic. Now, how do you do that? How do you manipulate a rock in your hand like this? What do you have? That's magnetic that you can manipulate this with. The stuff of life is magnetic. Your body's pathways from each part of your body to and from your brain are magnetic. And you have to be able to focus your mind is something that takes some doing. And it also takes an open mind. You have to be open. Uh-oh. There's my dog. He is ausgeflipping because he has a bone. And so he's going to bury his bone. He believes that somebody else would like that bone, and so he's ausgeflipping, doing all these things to make his bone disappear. Now, most of them are not true, of course, because nobody wants that old nasty fucking bone, right? But he doesn't know that. He believes very strongly that it is a lovely bone. He is a bone doggy. Okay, so what we have here is belief. So strong. So strong that we can draw pictures with our mind. You gotta look. Sometimes you're not looking the right way. And when you keep looking, sooner or later you'll find the face. And when you find the face, stop. Look for the person's mind. Open your mind. Because communication's a two-way street. You have to want to hear what the other person says. And you have to be able to tell the other person what you think clearly, not with any confusion whatsoever. If you're confused, you're not going to pass your message on. Or if they're confused, it makes it very hard to talk to people. Certainly, I know that for sure, because I was the confused one for a long time. My friends have been very patient with me, and I'm learning. I'm learning. And as I learn, I like to share it with you so that you can learn too.